and Tank have traced Dr. Tober's stolen secret to Hunter's office. But Tober has also located it and orders his assistant, Retner, to come with his mystery plane and to destroy the enemies who robbed him. And as Hop accuses Hunter of theft, not knowing they're all in Tober's deadly trap...
Slower. The box is in the center building of that block on the main street. Direct your ray at it. Your lowest power first.
You're way off the beam, Harrigan. I delivered that gold to your airport exactly as the contract called for. What happened to it after that is no concern of mine. And another thing, I'm busy. There it goes again.
What's in there? That belongs to Dr. Tobor. It's going to explode.
I'm getting out of here.
Well done, Retner. Now return to the laboratory.
What happened here, Mr. Hunter?
Your guess is as good as mine, Sheriff.
What's the meaning of this, Harrigan?
A box in Hunter's office exploded.
What were you doing in there? Wait a minute. I want to ask some questions.
Well, ask him how he knew that box was going to explode. He yelled for us to get out.
Anyone could see what was going to happen.
You think this man planted that explosive?
You're way off, Sheriff. That box was in his possession when I walked in. Wasn't it, Hunter?
Yes.
Well, what was in it?
You'd be much more disturbed if I told you my guess.
Couldn't we continue this talk some other place?
Just a minute. What was that box doing in your desk?
It was supposed to be valuable. The man who shipped it said so.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Who was it consigned to?
If you can find the tag that was on it, you tell me, Harrigan.
Sheriff, my name is Arnold. Harrigan and Tank are working for me. If there are any charges, I'll vouch for them.
Well, Hunter suffered the loss. It's for him to say.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Hunter will take my guarantee.
Anything Mr. Arnold says is okay with me.
Our car's out here.
Oh, Sheriff, there are a couple of men locked up in the barn in the old Martin place. They tried to steal the Atlas Mining Company's gold shipment.
Guess so? Well, I'll pick him up myself.
We'd better get back to the office.
Get out to the old Martin place and release Olin and Barry before the sheriff get there.
Tank, you better gas up and take Gale's car back to the airport. I'll meet you there later.
Good enough. Make it snappy.
You hinted that I would be surprised if I knew your guess as to the contents of the box that exploded. Explain that statement.
I think it contains some part of Dr. Tobor's secret.
Oh, that's nonsense. How in the world would anything of Tobor's be in Hunter's possession?
That's something I'd like to know myself.
Well, being suspicious of Hunter will get us no place. Give me the details of your flight to Tobor's laboratory.
Well, I followed the course he gave me.
Did you see the laboratory?
Yes, I did. It's the weirdest place I've ever seen.
Think you could find it again?
No. We weren't there very long. Dr. Tobor packed something into a box and ordered us to fly him out again. On the way back, we were hit by the light that burned out the ignition.
That is the most unbelievable part of your story.
If you'd been there, you'd have believed it. Mr. Arnold, I'm convinced that the box that exploded was the same box that Dr. Tobor was carrying. And what's more, I intend to make it my business to find out what it was doing in Hunter's desk.
Tell me, Harrigan, why couldn't you fly back to Dr. Tobor's?
Because I was blindfolded.
What?
I was blindfolded, and so was Tank. We couldn't see a thing.
Well, how could you navigate?
That's something the doctor will have to answer if we ever see him again.
Hello? Anybody here?
Why don't you turn this whole matter over to the authorities?
Why do you say that?
Dr. Tobor's a very important man, and we haven't been able to find him. If the wrong people get hold of him and his invention, it'll be just too bad.
Getting the authorities to look for Tobor would be the worst thing we could do.
Why? We're not breaking any laws.
Tobor's a very peculiar man.
You've got something there.
A nationwide police search for him is bound to result in publicity, the wrong kind. The secret of why we're looking for him is bound to come out. So far, no foreign country knows of Tobor's invention. If we broadcast it, it will triple the danger for him and our country.
But the police would keep it quiet.
No, I'm afraid not. Oh, don't misunderstand me, Harrigan. The police would not intentionally tell the world about it, but then, well, you know how those things happen.
Maybe you're right.
Besides, Tobor would immediately take the stand that he was being hunted like a common criminal. And he'd be all the harder to catch.
Gee, that's swell, Jackie. I've got to go back and listen for radio reports. And don't go beyond the edge of the field, will you, please?
All right, sis, I won't. Boy, will Tank be surprised when he sees this baby fly.
Pardon me. Any news, Gail?
Not a thing, Hop.
Pop, I gotta talk to you.
Just a minute, Jackie. Thanks for the lift, Mr. Arnold.
It's quite all right.
Pop, I gotta talk
Jackie,
to you.
behave yourself.
Let me know the minute you hear any word at all about Dr. Tobor.
I will, and you do the same.
All right, bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I found your car.
No. Where?
About 2 miles down the highway, and not a soul in sight.
Pop, you gotta listen to me.
Okay, Jackie, as soon as I come back with my car. Come on, Tank.
You better not leave now. I've got that funny-looking guy locked up in the storeroom.
What?
Now, let me get this straight. You mean you have Dr. Tobor in there?
I caught him prowling around in the hangar, so I followed him. He heard me and ran into the storeroom. Then I locked the door.
Let's look into this. Come on out, Doctor.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Harrigan.
Yeah, if it was up to you, there wouldn't be anything left to see.
We're going to have a showdown, Doctor.
Yes?
You're going to answer some questions.
Perhaps.
Why did you try to kill us?
I destroyed my enemies. They stole my invention.
You haven't destroyed anyone. And another thing, if Hunter tried to steal anything from you, he was working for somebody else.
The explosion didn't accomplish my purpose.
If it had, we wouldn't be here.
That is too bad.
Now, look here, you...
I demand to be flown back to my headquarters at once.
I'll do that after you...
After what?
After you've had a talk with Mr. Arnold.
I'll have nothing more to do with Mr. Arnold. I trust him less than ever.
He's invested thousands of dollars in your idea, and he's entitled to a fair break.
I said I'd have nothing more to do with him.
I think you're trying to run out on Arnold and keep the whole thing for yourself.
Nobody will get it. It's up here. And I don't have to give that up if I don't want to.
Maybe so. But Arnold's a big man in the airplane industry, and I'd like to clear my name with him. He holds me responsible for your disappearance.
You can tell him you talked to me, and I'll have nothing to do with him.
Okay, let it go at that. How about some chow, Gail?
Sure, I'll run over to my place and see what I can find in the icebox for you.
That's the most sensible thing I've heard in the last 2 days.
I like my eggs sunny side up, miss.
The air friction at this point would be less if you change the leading edge of the wing just a little.
So? And where did you learn that, young man?
My books.
Ah, to think that I found such an aeronautical mind in a child.
Tank says he can tell all about motors by just listening. But I read about it.
What would you say if I told you you could hardly hear my new plane at all?
You'd have to prove that to me.
Yeah, me too.
I will. Now look here.
Hello, this is Hop Harrigan. Is Mr. Arnold there? Well, let me talk to him, please. This is quite important, Miss Brooks. I'm sure he won't mind having his director's meeting disturbed.
Just a moment, Mr. Harrigan. Mr. Arnold, Hop Harrigan is on the phone. I tried to tell him you were busy, but...
I'll take the call in here. Yes? Go ahead, Harrigan. What's that? Tobo is at your place. Go ahead.
I'll try to convince him to come in and talk it over with you.
Well, all right. I'll leave Tobo in your hands. But remember, I'm holding you responsible for him.
Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him.
Yes? Very well. Handle it your own way. Do you think it's safe to leave Dr. Tober out there? Well, why not? No one knows he's there. We know it. Others may learn of it also.
Dr. Tobar is at Hop Harrigan's airport. Get him.
See, I made some improvements on this outfit since Hop gave it to me.
I don't doubt it.
Well, it's one of the best little radios anybody ever had.
Jackie, don't brag.
Well, it is, sis.
Oh, let him boast a little bit, Miss Nolan. He's a bright boy.
Isn't it about time for you to hit the sack, Doctor? You can bunk with us.
Can I go too?
No, they need that extra bed for Dr. Tobor.
Oh, I never get to go over to Hop's place. I've been over to spend the night for weeks.
Now he even wants to sleep near airplanes and paint.
I hope you'll be comfortable here, Doctor.
I'm sure I will be.
There you are, Doc. You can make your own sack.
You'll find that bed's okay. We bunk over here.
I'm going to sleep with one eye open and my clothes on.
He'll be all right until morning.
Make a lot of noise. Get Harrigan into his office.
Hey, Hop. Did you hear that? Doc sure is a sound sleeper.
Let's see what's going on. Here they come.
Will Hop and Tank be able to find Dr. Tober? And even if they do, what chance have they against the powerful defense of the chief pilot's men? Don't miss Betrayed by a Madman, the 5th smashing chapter of Hop Harrigan, at this theater next week.